Joining me now is one of those two-time survivors, John Feal. He was a demolition supervisor at Ground Zero who spent 11 weeks in the hospital at the time. And this spring, he survived another close call from COVID. John, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Well, thank you for having me. And I'm humbled to be here, especially on a day where this is a somber day. This is a day of remembrance and reflection. And anything short of not talking about those we lost that day, then we failed. My heart bleeds for those families that lost loved ones on that horrific day. And, you know, I survived getting injured on 9/17/01, and I'm never going to be the same. And I survived COVID and pneumonia in March, and I know I'll never be the same. And I'm lucky. I'm blessed. But there are thousands of people that are suffering still 19 years later, and then add the pandemic on top of that. You know, 9/11 is the longest day in the history of days. It hasn't ended. And we're still suffering as a nation. So when I see elected officials speak, and I want to believe they're being genuine and they're speaking from the heart, I want to ask them why it took so long to get legislation passed to help Americans, because the two don't equal up to me. And I'm not going to put on my advocacy hat today, but I'm putting on my humanity hat today. And I'm challenging everybody in D.C. and in their state capitals to ensure that the American people get treatment, protection, and hope and confidence that they're going to be taken care of if they get a 9/11 related illness, if they get COVID-19, and God forbid they get legislation passed that will help them financially put food on the table.
Keeping that humanity hat on, as you describe it, John, you talk about the many people who are still suffering 19 years later from 9/11, from the reverberations of that attack, the health issues. Now with the coronavirus, as you talk about, you're talking about some of the needs that exist. What specifically do you want to see done to better help those who are still suffering 19 years after that day?
Well, I mean, we could do a better job in getting people in the World Trade Center Health Program and then helping them file a claim. I mean, we do that every day with limited resources. The federal government, the compensation part is run by the Department of Justice. They're doing a great job. The healthcare department is being run by NIOSH. You saw what happened yesterday when the story broke. And while today's not the day, they took money from the FDNY screening program. That's wrong on every level. You know, we need to do better. You know, on September 12th, the day after 9/11, charity triumphed over anger. And everybody came together, and the president touched on this. But it didn't matter your skin color, your gender, your political affiliation, your religion. Everybody, you know, they keep saying, oh, everybody was an American. No, everybody became a human being. And it took an act of devastation and terrorism to make us all become human beings. This pandemic should have made us all become human beings again and treat each other with empathy and sympathy. And, you know, love thy neighbor, help thy neighbor. Neighbor can't go to the store. Bring neighbor food. It's that simple.
Talk about that more, John, because you have described before a fear in your fight with coronavirus unlike anything you have ever experienced since 9/11. What do you want people to know about your experience there?
Well, it's real. It's not a hoax. I spent 11 weeks in the hospital when I got injured after 9/11, and I was scared. And I was never scared before that or after that in my whole life, ever. Nothing scares me. I'm not even afraid of dying. But when I got COVID and pneumonia, I was scared. I could not breathe. I was gasping for my life. And I pray that nobody ever has to go through that again. And I'm here. I'm lucky. And you know the old saying, you know, everybody says it, and I've said it a million times today. It's the old saying, you only live once. That's not true. You only die once. You live every day. And I hope everybody in America takes today and starts living every day forward, because, man, we take things for granted that can be gone like that.
Your message, John, I think is so important for people to hear, not just today, but every day. I know that tomorrow your foundation is planning a special tribute to 9/11 survivors who have also been battling with the coronavirus. Can you just, before we wrap up here, talk about your mindset going into these tributes, not just for the rest of the day today, but tomorrow as well?
Tomorrow, I built a park on Long Island called the 9/11 Responders Remembered Park, and every year we do a reading of the names of those we lose in the calendar year from a 9/11 related illness. Tomorrow we'll add 170 names to our wall, which has about 1,700 names on it now. And their names will be read out loud, followed by the ringing of the bell and a flyover. I've been to 186 funerals. Before 9/11, I went to one. That was for my grandfather. Out of those 186 funerals, I had to pay for 9 of them because families couldn't afford to bury their loved ones. We cannot continue to call ourselves the greatest nation in the world if we cannot take care of our greatest resources, which are firefighters, police officers, EMS. And next Tuesday, Jon Stewart and I will go back to Washington, D.C. and introduce legislation for those affected by the burn pits in Afghanistan and other places of the Mideast. And these are ordinary people that did extraordinary things that protected us 24/7. And we continue to fail our nation's heroes. And that's just not my norm. I will never conform to what everybody else has a new norm.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.